Haven't talked to you guys in a while, and that's okay. I've been going through, and you guys know what the story is, so I'm not repeating the story. But I thought I would come on and talk to you guys about the mind game thing that has been playing in my head. And I just thought it would be nice to have a pure wellness moment. So we're going to talk about the mind. As far as I know, this is the month of mental wellness and mental health. So lately, I've been really diving deep into this whole mental wellness, mental health thing. And discovering that, sometimes we place labels on mental health, and it has to do with depression and anxiety, and there's just certain labels about it. But I've been discovering that mental health and mental wellness has more to do with your state of being than it is just about your state of your mental health. So in everything that I have been through in the last month, it's funny how things are happening in my life. It's funny how things are coming to pass. It's funny how I didn't realize how much of that I was taking away from my own mental health and mental well-being. How much running I was doing, as far as my massage practice and seeing clients and doing all the things, right? And I had neglected to take time out for myself. More importantly, my mental health is very much connected to my spiritual wellness. So I wasn't ignoring my spiritual wellness, but I was ignoring my mental health. I was ignoring the time and the things and what I needed to do for me. That's what I'm saying. What I needed to do for me. So with this whole shelter in place, what I've been discovering is that I needed to be able to take time out for myself. Normally on a Saturday, I would be running the streets with my practice. And anybody knows that I had a mobile massage practice. So we're talking that 4 clients, which is 4 hours worth of work, is really an 8-hour day with all of the travel. So in that and doing all of that travel, I was like, not thinking about it. I was just getting up, packing up, running, taking care of other people. I've noticed that I was not putting my oxygen mask on. I noticed that now. When you get on a plane, they tell you put your oxygen mask on first. Well, my mask was not on. My mask was overthrown to the side of the bed or whatever you want to call it. That's where my mask was. So lately, these particular mornings when I've been getting up, the Lord has been waking me up about 5:30 in the morning, which I know 5 is the number of grace for me. And I've been really diving into what I need to do to replenish my mental wellness. And in replenishing my mental wellness, that called for me to have more time in my prayer connected life. It called for me to have some time journaling. And I don't usually journal. I had been given a journal by my godmother when my godsister died. And I used it for taking notes, but I never really used it to write my thoughts and my feelings. So lately I've been doing that because that has been part of my mental wellness. And in the time that I've been taking care of my mental wellness, seems that I can hear more clearly about direction and purpose. Go figure that. And it seems like with all of that stuff that was all piled up in all the other different places, and now that that has been moved off of my plate, I can think with a lot more clarity. And I needed clarity and didn't know it, that I needed the clarity. I didn't know that I needed the clarity in what I needed to do purposefully in life. So now that God has moved the mobile practice out of the way. And how did he move the mobile practice? Well, the new guidelines coming out. You cannot have a mobile practice because it's prohibited and it's unsafe. So that took all of that off my plate. But he had already began pivoting me, which was amazing to be in the pivot, even in the midst of the loss, to be able to give me a different mission and vision, which is the mission and vision he implanted years ago. But in that, again, I can't take care of anybody until I take care of me, right? So why did I come on live? It wasn't to talk about me. It was to talk about, I want you, and I'm encouraging you in this shelter in place to take a long look at your mental wellness. Are you providing yourself with the things that you need to be mentally well? Are you taking the time out for yourself to be mentally well? Are you taking time out spiritually to be mentally well? To be clear on what you hear, clear on your purpose, clear on where you're going. And that's what I'm discovering, is that my mental wellness needed a tune-up. And with that tune-up came hearing from the Lord and being clear, came hearing from the next steps, the next footsteps. And I don't think I would have heard that with all of the running that I was doing. In my practice, I wouldn't have heard, because I get wrapped up in my practice in running. But now he shifted me. Now the mission has shifted. The purpose in the practice has shifted. And in that, I realized that I had not been taking care of me the way I needed to be taking care of me, and the way that I needed to be clear and more wise. So I'm encouraging you today, as I go off this live, I want you to take a look at your mental wellness, making sure that you're connected, making sure that mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, behaviorally, how well are you? And with that, take some time out. Sit in stillness. Sit and be clear so that you can hear. Because in hearing, there's direction. So I'm going to leave you with that. Again, my hour has been 5, and I've been sitting in this stillness. And it really has been good for me. So until the next time, and we talk about something else on our Pure Wellness moment. Your mental health is important. Your mental well-being is important. When you get on the plane, they say, put your oxygen mask on first. Put your mask on. Figure out what it is that you need to do to either steady yourself or for you to live a more wellness lifestyle. Because for me, in Pure Wellness, it means to preserve, uplift, and restore wellness. And that starts with me. And I am working on my wellness so that I can help others with their wellness. So have a great evening. And I wish you peace. I wish you restoration. And most importantly, live your best life well.